Toilet paper. It's something that most people use every day, several times a day. But what goes into it? How does it get the perforations, the embossing, the prints, the smell? Are you a folder or a scruncher? What is our favourite type?
I hate thin toilet paper.
Whatever's cheapest. Scottish blood, big Jewish nose.
Definitely 2-ply.
The Purex one with the dog.
I prefer 2-ply.
I prefer soft, yes.
As many ply as you can get, I think. It's all about quantity.
Soft and thick.
Absorbent.
The one with the rolly dog.
2-ply.
3-ply.
The environment friendly toilet paper. Purex, because you get the little free dogs and stuff. Any type that's soft. Thick stuff, I guess.
The cheapest because it's all I can afford. So the really thin stuff that you can get, like, pay $10 for 100 rolls.
Large rolls of paper are delivered to the factory, ready to be processed into toilet paper. These large rolls are known as jumbos. These jumbo rolls take nearly half an hour to uncoil on the factory line. The paper is threaded through rollers so it can be layered, embossed, printed and sometimes scented. So how does the paper get embossed and printed? These containers hold water-based dyes which are connected to rollers with patterns on them to print desired images onto the paper. There are separate rollers for embossing, also with raised patterns to add texture to the paper.
We have a marketing team and they all the artwork's done by contractors, but yeah, there's a considerable amount of thought and effort goes into coming up with a new print design or embossing design, or we're always looking at ways to improve the product, and every certain period of time the product gets a relaunch, gets some improvements and a refresh of the wrap.
Perforations are made by another type of roller. This one has tiny little teeth-like blades which make the paper easier to tear off. paper is threaded onto cardboard cores, which are also made on site. These are made by gluing together two separate rolls of card using a PVA type glue to form a continuous tube, which is then cut into lengths of 2.36 metres. Tubes, or cores as they are called then, are given a strip of core pickup glue to attach the toilet paper to. Sometimes a strip of perfume is also added for scented products. The toilet paper is then threaded onto the core. These are now called logs. The logs then have the ends of the toilet paper sealed with a tail seal glue to stop it from unravelling. The glue is applied by sensing where the end of the roll is, and a wire dipped in glue is raised from underneath to touch the end of the roll to seal it. The logs then move to an accumulator which acts as a buffer between the packing and winding process. The logs are then put on a conveyor belt to be cut up into individual rolls. Each log is cut into 23 rolls.
The offcuts that are trimmed off the roll and any waste tissue is recycled. It gets put into bins and picked up by a compactor truck, and we have a contracted recycler.
Any rolls considered to be seconds are packed and sold locally to help with community fundraising. The rolls are then packaged into a plastic wrap. Then packaged again into multi-packs to make it easier for shipping and handling. A barcode sticker is also applied and then the packs are stacked onto pallets by machines. The stack is then automatically wrapped in plastic and stored in the warehouse ready for shipment.
Folder.
Scruncher.
Folder.
Scruncher roll.
I'm a folder. Folder.
Folder.
Folder. Scruncher. Folder usually. A folder. Of course. Folder.
Folder.
I'm definitely a scruncher. Toilet is not a place to be neat.
Sure.
It's totally not a place to be neat. I definitely agree with whatever's fastest.